IPTV introduction and overview, a brief description of the technology as it relates to the entrepreneur and the service provider. This is the first in a series of quick videos, each of them just a few minutes long, that we are creating to answer some common questions that come up from time to time regarding IPTV, and more specifically, how to start a business, whether it's for specialized content or more of the traditional service provider. This first video is just an introduction. I'm not going to get into the technology at all. I will mention briefly some of the components of a complete system and talk briefly about what an IPTV business really is. So what is a business? A business is going to have certain generic components. You have products, you have consumers. Somehow or another you have to get these products to the consumers, and you may want to charge for the product. You may also need someone to keep track of it. For example, system capacity and utilization. Products, customers, delivery method, billing, and customer service. So what is your business more specifically? You could be an IP television service provider. This is the traditional broadcast TV business model that we think of, but using the public internet to transport the video. You could be a specialized content provider, video catering to a specific market segment, such as foreign language video. It could be IP video for business, hotels, hospitals, enterprise, multiple dwelling units. So who's going to be watching this video? And how are they going to be watching it? They'll be using cell phones, tablets, personal computers, televisions. It could be a smartwatch. It could be at home, or it could be in business. Video sources. Where does all this product come from? When someone hoping to start a business contacts me, this is usually where things start to seem a bit fuzzy. What are the possible video sources? The answer is all around us. Satellite dishes, terrestrial. By this, I mean the humble antenna. The ubiquitous cable box. It could be video stored on physical media. So the next question is, how do we take this video and package it up so that it can be transmitted over the internet to our customers? Alright, so we know we're going to use a network of some kind, public or private. But how are we going to package up this video? What specifically pieces of equipment are we going to need? We're going to need encoders to ingest video from the various sources and prepare it for transmission onto the net. We're going to use streamers to send the video directly to the consumer. And of course, we're going to need some kind of management. Okay, so let's talk about encoders, the first piece in the chain. The encoder is going to ingest this video coming from the sources that we just discussed, wrap it up in an IP packet so that we can insert that video into the internet. Encoding is fairly processor intensive, so a single box is not likely to be able to encode real-time and stream video to many customers. So the next step is going to be the streamers. We have a single video stream wrapped up in IP, but how do we get it out to our subscribers? Streamers. The streamer will ingest the output of the encoder and copy it over the internet to the subscriber's set-top box, handheld device, or computer. A streamer may also encrypt, and you may want to time shift your video. This will also happen at the streamer and will be discussed in more detail at a future date. Finally, as I alluded to, you're going to need management. Here are some of the typical functions of a management server. You're going to want to provide a customer website for your subscribers to sign in and check the status. You're going to be able to want to log into your server yourself. You're going to want to be able to authenticate. You want to manage the customers. You want to manage your content, your channels. You may have some additional services, for example, airline schedules. And you want to be able to accept payments over the internet. You're going to want to rate your content, you're going to want to bill for it, and you're going to want to create reports both for your usage and for your providers. All this is going to require a database. We talked about the business models. You could be a service provider. You could be a hotel, hospitals, multiple dwelling units. We talked about the video sources. The video source could be satellite, could be terrestrial, could be cable, could be physical media. We talked about the components of an IPTV business: encoders, streamers, management servers, middleware. In future videos, we will get into more detail.